This is Flyover Film Country. All right, it's a WoW episode.
Whoa! What?
Tell the people what that means.
That means it is a Walker, Olivia, and back for the first time in 3 months. Drumroll, please.
Oh, I hit the wrong one.
Oh, you hit the wrong one.
They're all playing at once.
Oh,
no!
Walter Lyle's back with us.
I'm rusty.
He's gonna be so mad. about that.
He's gonna
Yeah.
be really pissed about that
Craig
one.
is going to be so annoyed.
Walker, turn your gain up again, brother. You're too quiet.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
There we go.
There you go. You sound better.
And
Yeah.
let me do this one. There we go.
Ooh.
Just for good measure.
Get me back into shape.
And you know what?
man.
You know what I've missed? You know what I've missed?
Hey,
My
I haven't
favorite.
heard that one in months, actually.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Because
It's been a
that's
while.
because that's my sound effect. Nobody's allowed to touch that one when I'm gone. I'm like, what's his name in Step Brothers? Like when I leave the house, do not touch my drum set. And for me,
That's your
that's
drum set.
when I'm gone, do not touch my howl sound effect.
Well, I hate to tell you, but Isaac put his balls on that sound effect while you were gone.
Oh.
So,
Dang it, Walker, you're too. Well, you're peeking a little bit. You got to turn your game
oh
back
my
down.
god.
No,
I'll just fix it in post.
that's why you're here.
That's my life. That's what I
your
do.
job.
Yeah.
I am back though. We were talking before we started recording that our second born turned 3 months old yesterday, and that's how I know it's been 3 months since I've been on the podcast.
What a 3 months.
Right? Like I don't think I've been on any
Crazy.
since we had the second
No,
one.
I don't think so.
No, we've recorded like what 2 episodes since then. So
Yeah, Walter and Morgan have a baby, and this whole podcast falls apart.
It's all
so,
falling apart.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting
So-
back on track now.
We're
Big
trying.
Papa's back.
Yeah. And thank goodness.
welcome back,
Yeah.
Big Pop.
Somebody's got to keep y'all whipped into shape over here
Yeah.
because we
someone's
know
gotta
it's
do
not
it.
going to be Isaac.
That's true.
Yeah. That guy's not even here.
Yeah, let me tell you guys about something Isaac said to me this week.
Okay.
So I was being like a good friend, and I'm going to the movies tomorrow, and I was gonna see was trying to decide between seeing The Invite or Evil Dead Burn. So I texted Isaac and I said, "Do you want to go see either of those with me?" And he's like, "Oh, I'd love to, but I'm going on my second vacation." I'm
Must
like,
be nice to be rich.
"Yeah, why'd you have to flex on me like that, bro?"
He had to say second.
He did. He had to mention. He had to.
You
bring
gotta-
it up.
Wow.
You got to hit him back with your steak. Your steak was it steak too juicy, lobster too buttery. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Messed that up.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm shaking the rust off. I'll get back to it.
I think you'll be back in true form
Yeah.
by the
Yeah.
end of this episode, so
Back in.
I'll get the quips back.
that's right. So
Speaking of getting the quips back, what are we talking about this week?
this is more of a grab bag episode, just because
Yeah.
I think we're all still trying to get back in the swing of things, and so there's been a lot of stuff happening though, in the movie world and in the sports world, definitely
Yeah.
in the political world, which we're not getting into tonight. At least
There's a
That's
lot
not
of
the
worlds we
plan.
could dive into.
Yeah.
we could dive into a lot of worlds, but we're gonna mostly focus on movies and maybe sports ? We've got an agenda, and so Walker, do you want to kick us off with the first? Well, any bullet point really. I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
We
just
can
go in
choose.
order. Let's go in order.
Okay.
I think we can do it.
Awesome. So if we're going in order, that means I get to talk because
You do.
first on the agenda is House of the Dragon, which
Okay.
so 3 seasons into season 3 of House of the Dragon, and I'm
3
just gonna
seasons into
3
season
episodes.
3.
3 episodes.
Okay.
in.
A real,
was
a
like-
real Russian nesting
Yeah.
doll of a situation we got over here.
The timeline's gotten all kind of crazy. It's like I'm watching Dark, you know, that German show. We're 3 seasons into
Yeah.
the 3rd season. So
It's really making me think.
yeah. No, so 3 episodes in, and I'm putting it out there. I'm saying it. I'm being brave that this is already and will be the best season of the show. And-
Oh.
might be
Hey,
the
I
second best
appreciate your
season.
bravery.
Thank you. Might be the second best season in the Game of Thrones franchise.
What's the first?
Probably Night of the Seven Kingdoms, to be honest.
Okay, wow.
Is that the other spin-off show?
Yeah.
I
So-
read something. I saw something today, and I, as somebody who knows, I watched the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones when I was in college, and it didn't stick with me, and that is the most I know about this franchise. But I saw something earlier today that Georgie, our boy Georgie, who wrote the books, is none too happy with the direction of the TV franchise right now. And I could be wrong about that. I might have read that incorrectly.
Well, you know what? Probably a good thing. Probably because apparently they worked super closely together to end Game of Thrones, and we see how that went over. So I kind of don't.
Gotcha.
I don't care what he thinks, and
Okay.
he probably doesn't like Night of the Seven Kingdoms because it doesn't take itself too seriously like Game of Thrones does. And so, but yeah, House of the Dragon has been awesome this season. One of the coolest battles in all of the Game of Thrones franchise happened. The Battle of the Gullet, absolutely sick. I mean, any battle taking place at sea is awesome, and the scale of this one, like people fighting on ships, and there are dragons involved. Like it's just awesome.
It's hard to beat that.
That's pretty cool. That's cool.
It's hard to beat that, and it does make me think about are either of y'all going to play the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced?
I didn't know that was happening.
I think it's out.
It's out. I opened Steam earlier, and it was big.
Are there dragons in that?
No.
Are there
But there's
just ships?
it's ships. Yeah, you're fighting on ships. Now I played a little bit of the original Black Flag when it came out, but I didn't grow up playing Assassin's Creed at all, so I didn't have like a lot of nostalgia for it. So it didn't stick with me. But there's a lot of hype around it. People are excited about it.
Yeah, I have an interesting relationship because I played all the Assassin's Creed games, and that's the one where I like got halfway through and was like, maybe I'm done with this franchise. Maybe it's over. And I know
It was
people love
a
that
pretty
game.
big departure.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah, my only experience or relationship with Assassin's Creed is I believe my brother had the first game on the 360, and I would play it sometimes, but I really like to jump off of a really tall building and land in like a cart of hay.
Yeah.
That
Super
was
satisfying.
That was my
Yeah.
favorite thing. Didn't care about anything else. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. And it's fair because that is one of the best parts of that game.
It is.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Those games are funny because the earlier ones deal with such like adult themes, but have like the simplest combat system known to man. And so I was probably playing them too young, but I love them because I could just be a badass because I
Sure.
knew how
Yeah.
to counter, and I
Yeah.
could just kill anybody. And so
Yeah.
I
Nice.
felt awesome.
That was like that era of video games that was just appealing to the male power fantasy, like specifically like teenage boys, you know?
Yeah.
Were being like, just how badass as hell can we make our boys, you know?
That worked
So-
out really well, I think, for all of those boys who are now fully grown adult men.
Masculinity's in a really good spot in our country right now. So, speaking of,
We
How
did
about
get
that World
to
Cup?
start- Yeah, let's.
was
let's-
I moving forward
let's-
too
I
fast,
was-
Olivia? I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say we are getting political now, and so that happened a lot sooner than.
Okay,
and
World
we
Cup,
only,
World
we
Cup,
didn't even
World
get
Cup.
9 minutes in. So World Cup.
Brave
Cup.
of you to assume I'm not going to get political while we talk about the World Cup.
That's fair.
No, I knew you would. If anyone was, it was gonna be you.
Now, I haven't watched, I mean, almost any of the World Cup. Any World Cup I've seen has been on in a TV in a room that I did not turn the TV on. So,
You happened to walk in, and it was just on there.
yeah, it's just there.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-soccer. I don't care. It's never been my
Yeah.
thing. But it is, I feel like, from the outside looking in, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong here, because y'all are a couple of sports pals,
Mm-hmm.
this is the first time that I remember Americans being this into the World Cup.
Yeah, I think it's here. I think it being here has had a big effect on that.
Yeah.
And then I think that people actually had some genuine hope for the U.S. men's soccer team this year, as misplaced as that hope was, and as we can get into. But I do think that people genuinely thought we had a chance For like the first time since like what 1930 or something.
Yeah, where we finished third. Our
Third.
best finish was third place in 1930
And that's
for the men's. The
Yeah.
women, however, have won the World Cup 4 times. So I just
Incredible.
felt like I needed to say that.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for the women.
Let's give it
That's
up for
right.
the women.
Let's give it up for the women. Oh, where's my soundboard? I'm getting there. Hold on. There
Come
we
on.
go.
There it is.
So I played soccer growing up at the Boys and Girls Club in Camden, Arkansas. And
Nice.
it was like just our parents coaching us. And so like we didn't play, I always say we didn't play like real soccer. Like we didn't play soccer the way that you're supposed to play it. We played soccer in the way that it's like if I get the ball, I'm going to dribble until someone takes the ball from me or I shoot it in the goal. Like that was
Right.
how we played soccer. And I loved it. I had so much fun. And so I've never like gotten into watching soccer. I watch the World Cup when it happens, but this year particularly, it has been so much fun. And I have
Mhm.
watched a lot of games. I missed the game today between France and Morocco, which I'm bummed about, but France is absolutely really good at soccer. So
On
You've
a
been
tear.
saying you're soccer pilled.
I am. I'm soccer pilled. I like want to. I want to pick like a team in the MLS now and stuff. Like I've been really enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Nice. Is it so where does the World Cup stand right now? Like what's going on?
Well, so
It is-
they're in the
Go ahead.
quarterfinals right now.
Okay.
And so there are 2 quarterfinal games left,
Uh-huh.
3.
I think. 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's 2 tomorrow
Mhm.
and 1 Saturday. Is that right?
Opposite, I think. I think one Spain and Belgium play tomorrow, and then Saturday it's Norway and England, and then Argentina. and
Freaking
Switzerland.
Belgium.
Yeah, I hate
Just
them.
so annoying. Belgium is who beat the US. I don't know if you knew that, Walt. So
Not only
anyway,
beat us, but like absolutely
us.
destroyed us. Like
Fortunate.
there
It
were a lot
really
of
was
things I wanted to
unfortunate.
say right then that I had to self-censor on, but it was
The
really
only
bad.
thing I know about Belgium in sports is that I had an old PC game when I was a kid. It was Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. And once you played
Same thing.
through it is. Once you played through, you had to start the game like in campaign mode at Hogwarts. So you pick Gryffindor or Ravenclaw or the whatever.
Mhm.
And you play through the Hogwarts Quidditch Cup, and then it opens up to like the international
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
world like Quidditch tournament, and you pick a country that you play as, and there's like fun Easter eggs, like if you pick Bulgaria, Victor Krum is on the team, like but one of them, dude, I'm about to get this wrong. I know. I'm almost positive
it.
one of the teams you could pick was Belgium.
I'm sure it probably was.
Yeah, probably.
But there wasn't
It
like
probably was.
it was a limited game, right? Like this wasn't they didn't have every country, but I think Belgium was on there.
Nice.
And I tried playing. I played it a lot as a kid, and I tried playing it as an adult a few years ago through an emulator. Played the GameCube version.
Yeah.
Dog shit game. Does not hold up. It's one of those like everybody loves the idea of retro gaming, like play my old favorites, whatever. And then you fire one up, and you're like, "There's a reason we play new video games."
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
these are not
Yeah.
fun to revisit.
They're not. Yeah. The
And
only
I remember,
thing I
like-
really. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. I was gonna keep talking about Belgium, but different in a different way.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Also,
So-
one of those thing about retro gaming was that I think it's because like when I was a kid, like I had a very limited number of games I could play, like whatever
Yeah.
we had on PS2, or like I had this one demo of Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Outcast on the PC, and it was one level, and I just played it over and over and over and over again. And then I became an adult. I was like, wow, I finally get to play this game. I'm going to buy the full game. It's like, it's like $5 on Steam or something.
Yeah.
And I played through the whole thing. Rare occasion where it held up. And I'm like, yeah, that was badass. But I got to the end and I was like, that level I played in the demo wasn't even like in the game at all. That was purely made for the demo.
It truly was just a demo.
I want to play that demo again because that level was sick.
That's so funny.
That's
That's
really
Yeah.
funny.
We had a Matrix game on PS2, and the first level you rob a bank, and I think I played it 500 times.
Nice.
Like
Something about like those early levels in the old like PS2 GameCube era was like those are always the best ones because it was like a tutorial.
Yeah.
This was like easy. There's like maybe some power fantasy stuff where you're just blasting through crap or whatever.
It's when you're at your most badass because it's easy and not hard yet.
Yeah. Olivia, would you play a lot of games as a kid? Sorry, go ahead.
No, well, I was gonna say my brother and I would play games on our PS2, and we didn't have a memory card for the longest time, and I don't know if you guys know this about the PS2. You need a memory card.
Yeah,
it does not have built-in memory.
It does not have built-in memory, and so there were so many games where we just played the first like 2 or 3 however long we could play, however long until our parents were like, okay, you guys need to go outside or do something else. That's how far we'd get into. And my brother was in town recently for Father's Day, and we were talking about 2 particular games that were actually, we felt like were really hard for children, and one of them was a Scooby-Doo game, and the other one was a Powerpuff Girls game. And the Scooby-Doo game, it is called Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, and it was so freaking hard. And part of it was we didn't have a memory card on the PS2, so we couldn't like save and go back and start from where we were. We had to start over every time.
Yeah.
And so that was really hard. And we also had a Dragon Ball Z game that we played a lot of. And there was one big fight, and I think we were fighting against Vegeta, and we were about to beat him, and then it froze.
Oh,
and the crash out we had, both of us were so furious.
Yeah.
Our mom was like, what happened? She thought like we got into a fight with each other.
That's so...
It was just at the PS2. I had, we always had a memory card for the PS2, but when we got, and I never had a GameCube, but when we got a Wii, the Wii was backwards compatible with game. You could put a GameCube disc into the Wii.
One of
as
the
long as you had a GameCube
sickest
controller.
things ever. So awesome.
So awesome. But it meant like there were a lot of, especially like I had never played any Zelda games because I just like, I grew up as a PlayStation kid.
Yeah.
And so when we got the Wii, So we got the Wii, I just like, all I wanted to do was play Wind Waker. I was like, I want that to be my first Zelda game. And so when I was 16, I had my own driver's license. But by that point, it was like you had to get lucky and find one of those discs like at a GameStop, like a used whatever.
Yeah.
And I was 16. I had gotten wind that in the 2 towns over, a GameStop had a used copy of Wind Waker on GameCube. And I drove my happy ass 2 towns over, and it was there, and I got it, and I bought myself a GameCube controller, and it's all my money from my part-time job. Like, this is me being so self-sufficient, but I didn't realize that if you want to play GameCube games on the Wii had built-in memory, but not for GameCube games. You had to still get a GameCube memory card and plug it into the Wii.
Forgot.
And so for a while, until I could like save enough money and go back to wherever and get like a GameCube memory card, I had to like, and the Wii was like the family system. Like my sisters wanted to play bowling.
Yeah.
And so I would leave it, I would play it through as much as I could, like in the first dungeon of Wind Waker, and then I would just turn the TV off. But not the Wii.
Yeah.
So if like one of my sisters like, "Want to play bowling?" I would go, "No!" Like, don't touch it.
That I have very similar memories about the GameCube. I had a friend who did not have a memory card, and he had the Shrek game, and I remember multiple
Dude, the Shrek
times
game
going
was
to his
good
house.
too.
It was
Dude,
good.
the Shrek 2?
I think it must have been, right?
Shrek 2 was so good. The video game, I seriously will go to the vintage stock down like in Yukon, and I will search for that game. I'm also searching for the Scooby-Doo game and the Powerpuff Girls game that I was talking about earlier. Specific because it was so freaking good. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Yes, so this is it. The Shrek 2 game, and I remember we would like multiple times going to his house and us staying up so as late as we could trying to beat it just in one sitting because he didn't have a memory card. So funny.
Man.
Also,
And I
Jimmy
like.
Neutron game on PS2
Ooh.
just came to mind for some reason, which that game
Was it good?
probably sucks. No, I don't think
No.
so, but
Man, that
That's
was the golden
man.
era. We need to go back.
I know.
Listen, I bought a PS2 a few years ago. So, and I realized recently I had not beaten my Tony Hawk's Underground game or my Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. And
Wow.
because there was like probably a week or two where I didn't have Wi-Fi at my new place. So I was like, I'm just going to play my PS2 because
Yeah.
I can. And I have
Yeah.
a memory card, so I was like, all
That's
right, we're
awesome.
gonna grind it out, and I finally beat both of those
Yeah.
games, which I had beaten Tony Hawk's Underground as a kid. I remember doing that. We finally got a memory card. I remember beating it as a kid, but I don't know if I ever beat American Wasteland. But the fun thing about beating Tony Hawk's Underground is, one, you unlock a Kiss level, which is really cool, like the band Kiss, and it's like a concert venue,
Yeah.
which is pretty sick. And you get to play as, or you can skate as Gene Simmons, which is whatever. But I forgot you get to unlock Iron Man, but it's like pre-MCU Iron Man,
Right,
because this game came out in 2003. So it's like an older version of Iron Man, which is pretty cool. And his skateboard's like a hoverboard.
Dude,
And
that's
so
awesome.
It was pretty sick. I was like, this is awesome. So
There was one of the Tony Hawk games, I think it was like if you went to the cemetery and you scored enough, you could like be a skeleton. And I remember as a little kid, like I thought that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Like
Badass.
a skateboarding skeleton.
I
Yeah.
never had. I didn't have the first Underground. For some reason, I just went straight to Underground 2.
Mhm.
But sick game. I still have like our family's PS2 and all the games in my office right now. Like I have, yeah.
That's
So I have
sick.
all the PS2 games and all the PS1 games.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was such a good. Is this a gaming podcast now? What are we doing?
All of a
I
sudden
think it is.
game. By the way, none of this was actually on our
This is
agenda,
not on
but I
the
love
list.
the direction it
No,
went.
no, it wasn't. Do y'all want to jump straight to? Because we could talk more about sports, but that would be a sports-heavy podcast as well.
Yeah.
Do we want to jump straight to actual like TV shows or movies? As we do have a few
Yeah.
topics on here that we can cover.
Yeah.
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 Let's do it.
Can we talk about penal substitutionary atonement?
I think we should.
We said we wouldn't talk about politics. Can we talk about religion?
I'll go look for my copy of Super Mario Sunshine while you guys do that to show off.
Please do.
Oh, okay.
That'd be awesome.
I think
I've been getting it for a while. Emulators, and I have like a little Android handheld thing. I can play all kinds of PS2, GameCube games. Because I have a GameCube, so I catch up on all the stuff I didn't get to play as a kid. The Sunshine holds up. That was a great game.
So good. So good.
Holds
Even
up.
if the PD Piranha boss like really freaked me out. I just thought it was so weird.
scary,
when I was a
dude.
kid. Speaking
Scary.
of scary games,
Yeah.
I've been playing through the Resident Evil games.
Okay.
Remakes.
We can talk about Resident Evil because that is a movie that's
There's
coming
a
out
movie
too. So let's
coming
tie
out,
it. Let's
yes.
tie it there. Go ahead.
There we go.
Okay.
That's why you're back.
So yeah, exactly. Resident Evil. So we're talking about old games that wouldn't hold up. So the old Resident Evil games, I don't think I could physically play them. It would be so hard. It's like
I don't think anybody could physically play those.
I know it's like fixed
Janky.
camera. The controls are horrible, but
Yeah.
they've been remaking the old ones and like absolute masterpieces of like a great example of how to remake a game and still like it's not just a carbon copy of the original too though. It's really cool. But I'm in the middle of Resident Evil 8 right now, Resident Evil Village, and
How
it
many
is
are there?
they're on 9, but there's like a lot more than that.
There's been spin-offs and
yeah.
If you have like a Resident Evil 2, there's like Resident Evil 2.5, you know, like it's not called
Yeah.
that, but they have
There's-
like in between games,
There's like
Okay.
Resident Evil, Code Veronica,
which
Resident Evil
they just announced
0.
that remake.
and it looks awesome. It looks absolutely awesome, and I'm gonna play it. But there's like a
Go ahead.
million of them. There's a million games basically.
There's so
Okay,
many.
okay.
It's very deep, and that was a series that I never played as a kid. I had no interest, and even if I did, I don't think my parents would have never let me play a
Were you
Resident Evil
guys
game.
were y'all's parents really strict on what you could and could not play video game wise?
Mine were, I think, in the middle. I think they were appropriate. I'll say that. I think they did a good
Okay.
job of like,
Okay.
but also like I never pushed it. I never,
Sure.
because like there were so many games, or whatever, that I'm like, oh, there's no way my parents would want me to play this, so I'm not even
Mhm.
going to bring it up. So it was never like a problem. I kind of like, I guess I policed myself a little bit in that. Same thing with like TV shows and movies and books. But like there would be every now and then, if I was reading a book or something, or I don't know, they would kind of. I guess I can't think of any examples though. But yeah,
Okay.
Resident Evil, I wasn't into horror at all, so I
Sure.
didn't even have any
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah.
My-
yeah.
My parents were a lot stricter about the stuff we watched, but like had
Okay.
no, and like my dad is a gamer. Like the first person I
Yeah.
ever watched play video games was my dad.
Same.
But like, and so I don't know if that made him like just not care as much or like whatever. But like, or I also benefit from having an older brother. So like when he was allowed to play a game,
Mhm.
I would also play that game.
Yeah.
And so there are definitely games that I probably shouldn't have played as young. Like, I mean, I played Fallout when I was pretty young, and you can like, explode people's heads with guns and
Sure.
stuff.
And there's a lot of
Sure.
language and
Yeah.
adult
Yeah.
themes.
Yeah,
in
do
Fallout.
drugs and
Yeah.
So
Well, they're not called drugs, so that's fine.
right,
So it's
yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
You're
it's
just
fine.
doing Psycho and Jag and stuff like that.
Mentats. I can talk about this because I haven't been on the pod since we had a baby. But like in the first like month or so after we had our second a few months ago, Walker, you had recently gotten like more than knee deep into the Resident Evil franchise, into
Yeah.
these remakes, and you were talking about it so much, and the movie people starting to get a lot of hype around the Zach Kreger movie, and I was like, I've never played one of these games. I'm gonna try one, and so
Yeah, I forgot
I
this
asked
happened.
Walker. I was like, which one should I start with? And he was like, Resident Evil 2 remake, easy. And I'm like, okay, great. So I go on Steam. I have a Steam Deck. That's the only console I have right now, other than my Switch. And online, the Reddit posts say like RE2 plays great on the Steam Deck. So I was like, okay, great. So I got it, and then I realized the only time I have to play video games right now is like late at night.
Great time
like-
to play this game.
Yeah.
And it's on my Steam Deck where it's like I want to be like laying in bed when I'm playing my Steam Deck because it feels like a cozy thing to do. And so I got in this routine of like, do normal stuff during the day, work, kids, whatever, do the bath time and bedtime routine with everybody. And then when Morgan is taking the baby to try to put her down, the toddler's asleep, I clean the kitchen, living room, whatever. And then I get in the bed. At that point, it's like 9:30, 10 p.m., and I put my headphones in. The lights are off. Morgan's asleep, and I'm playing Resident Evil 2 on the Steam Deck. And I got like 8 or 10 hours in, and I was like having a good time. I was like, this is fun. But then I was sleeping horribly, baby notwithstanding, okay?
That's crazy. I am shocked.
Because, yeah, isn't that wild that I'm like,
Yeah,
right before I
weird.
close my eyes and try to go to sleep, I am doing my best to stay alive.
You're like running for
And-
your life from Mr. X or something.
And like from demon dogs and zombies and like just the most like, it is the most stressed out I've ever been playing a video game. But it was also still
Oh.
super fun. So I'm like,
so fun. So
I want to
good.
keep playing, but I remember and I'm texting Walker my experiences as I'm playing this game. Like, this is cool. Like, oh, I just saw a biter. I just got my first biter or
a
whatever.
liquor.
A liquor. There you go. Yeah. And I was like, it was not long after that experience of the liquor where I was like, I think this is not the time of my life to be to be playing this game. I think this game is so sick, and I'm glad I bought it. I will come back to it, but not right now.
That's
So,
Understandable.
I haven't picked it up in a little bit, but anybody who's listening has played the game. I got a decent bit into the parking garage part of the game, so I got a little bit in there, but gotta take a break, man. And I've been doing Stardew Valley every night before bed now, which is the complete opposite experience and is a much better way to go to sleep.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got buried in the game recently. I got a good little farm
Congratulations.
Congrats.
going. Built some fences
yeah.
around. I'm containing some natural areas.
Sure.
I got some cows. It's going well.
Oh, wow. All
Wow.
right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just got a text from my brother. He sent it to my mom and me and asked if either of us have recently, like within the past 20 minutes, gotten a charge from Apple on our cards.
Okay.
To which we both said no. And he said, okay, well, I just bought Obsession on Apple and it didn't charge my card. So I don't know whose card it charged.
You can... Apple is the worst about this. It won't charge until like a week later. And I have like
Okay.
a mini
Nice.
panic attack when we rent a movie, and then it's like, a week later, I've forgotten, and then I get a $4 charge on the card randomly. I'm like, what's going on? Who has my card? I have to deactivate it right now.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let him know that because I just
Yeah.
thought it was really funny that he asked us that, and that's why. I can't wait to hear my brother's thoughts on Obsession because my brother loves horror movies, but he hates movies. He doesn't think a good movie has come out since 2010. I don't even know what the last good movie
I was just
he saw was. So,
Yeah, I would be curious to know what movie that was in 2010 that really got his attention.
Can we
Yeah, I
look
don't
at
know.
movies that came out in 2010?
That's
And
what
just
I was about
guess.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all
Just
keep talking.
guess.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah. So, most movies to him are really stupid. But something he does love is reality television.
Relatable.
Let's go.
Relatable.
So,
I was watching
And
reality
such a good
television before we
segue.
recorded this. Hey,
Were you
Social
watching-
Network came out in 2010.
I don't think it was that.
Could it be
I don't think
Social
he likes that
Network?
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Inception?
It could have been Inception. It could have really truly been Inception, actually.
The
How
Town.
to Train Your Dragon.
It
Banger.
was The Town. I don't think it was The Town.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
That's it.
It was that
That's
one,
the
for sure.
last good movie that ever came out.
Yeah.
Hot Tub
We
Time
got it.
Machine.
We got it.
So,
We nailed it.
We got it
nailed
figured
we
out.
did it, Joe. Okay, so you were watching reality TV before this. Was it
Yeah,
Big Brother?
that's pretty good. It
Thank you.
was Big Brother.
Nice.
Summer
Yes.
has officially started because Big Brother
That's
started
right.
tonight. So, yeah, one of the Survivor goats is in this season. That's super
Nice.
exciting. A returning Big Brother player. I haven't watched like a ton of seasons of Big Brother, and so this woman from a few seasons ago is a returning player. So I watched an hour and a half long YouTube video at work today
Nice.
about this lady and her game on Big Brother the first time she played. So I would know about her before this season started. And she's might be the luckiest Big Brother player of all time. Like, it's actually nuts.
Really? Who was it?
Yeah, her name's Angela from 26.
Oh, I
She's
didn't watch 26. Oh, season 26. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
so
season
it is
26.
20. Angela.
the video is called like her 9 lives because there are like 9 instances where she should have gone home and did not. It's pretty wild.
Oh, I do remember her. I did not watch this season, but I do remember seeing her.
I think there were a lot of memes about her too because she has this huge crash out over a charcuterie board in the middle of the
Mhm,
season.
Yeah.
But
Well, and she's like older than typical Big
Yeah,
Brother
yeah.
contestants as well.
yeah,
So, how many nights? My mom and I were talking about this the other day, and we couldn't remember how many nights a week is Big Brother on. Is it 3?
so like the real episodes are 3, but now they do a thing called BB Unlocked. That's like a bonus episode kind of, and it's on Fridays, but we don't watch that. So yeah, it's
Oh,
3.
that's-
It's Sunday, Monday,
My
Thursday.
my mom and my brother used to be so into Big Brother that they would watch the like live cams.
Yeah, my friend Adam is like obsessed, and so
Mhm.
like he he watches the live cams, and it's really funny to talk to him after. And so my perspective is just what I see on the show, and he'll be like, "Oh, dude, they edited that so out of context. Like you gotta see what actually. Let me tell you what actually happened."
Yeah. Nice. So, okay,
so
how are we
funny.
feeling after the premiere? What are we thinking? Anyone sticking out to you?
Yeah, I think this season's gonna be better than last season. Last season wasn't that great. But I think this season's gonna be interesting. Actually, so my friend Adam, he is married to Cameron, his wife. Someone she was friends with in college is on this season of Big Brother. He's from Benton, and so gonna cheer for him. He's one of the people we're cheering for. I'm cheering for my boy Devins because I love Survivor and I love him. He's super fun. But this season seems interesting. It's like a time travel theme. Every season of Big Brother has a theme, and this season's time travel. And they brought back a person who was a returning player, and they were on last season. They brought her back, and then it was like a fake out, and they like threw her in a volcano. So like, yeah, it was so weird. If you don't watch Big Brother, like, it's the campiest like part of the charm of the show is that it's bad. Like, and they know that. Like, the people who make the show know that it is bad. So it's fun. It's interesting in that way. But yeah, there was like, it's so dumb. They traveled back in time to the prehistoric era, and then a velociraptor chased her into a volcano. So
that's so dumb.
We still talking about
so
Big
much.
Brother?
Yes, this is on Big Brother.
This is all
Just making sure I didn't miss anything.
You zoned out and zoned back in, and we're like, what?
No,
they're talking about Jurassic Park now?
That's the crazy part, is that I was paying attention and I was like, did I zone out at some point? I'm like, no, we were still talking about...
No, you were following the conversation.
I just
really
never
well,
watched
actually.
this show.
I feel like you would either really love it or really hate it.
I feel like I would like it. I feel like I would like it.
I think you would.
Did you ever, Walter, did you ever watch Traitors?
No.
Man, I think this
So
last
good.
season of Traitors you would have loved.
Yeah.
Well,
It was so good.
I remember a lot of people were talking about it as it was going on.
Well, and then you need to watch the season before too, because Tom Sandoval is on.
I knew that, and my sister showed us, because she likes the show a lot, and she showed us one of the challenges from his season. It was one where they were like, it's like the dolls in the house.
Oh yeah,
and they were. And he had to sing the songs like into the phone, and it was terrible because he thinks he's such a good singer and so talented.
That was like a weird, because there was some reason that no one else wanted to do that, and like he was the only one that did it. I don't remember what the reasoning was though.
Because his ego is so big, he thought he was the only one who could.
Yeah, that's so true.
Which is a great segue into Vanderpump Rules. Olivia, have you ever watched this show?
I don't think so. I think I've maybe seen clips of it, but I've never sat down and watched it. I don't know if my brother watches this show or not, because I'm sure I've mentioned this before. When my brother comes to town and we're all hanging out, he basically makes it. He doesn't make us, I guess. My dad's on his phone the whole time, but he and my mom will watch different reality television shows together, and so I'm also just along for the ride, and so. I've watched a lot of Housewives because of that.
Yeah.
I can't remember if Vanderpump Rules is one of them. Is that the one Tom is on that, right? Or was?
Yeah. That's
okay,
where he got
I think I've watched
his big
some
break.
of that.
Yes.
So
it it started as a spinoff of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, right, Walker? Because Lisa Vanderpump was on that. And it kind of picks up a little bit where Vanderpump picks up a little bit where Real Housewives left off, because there's like an adultery scandal featuring one of Lisa's new employees at her restaurant, who goes on. Who is one of the main cast members for all 12 seasons or 11 seasons, I guess, of the original cast. So we're bringing this up because Walker and his wife Savannah got us into the show. Dude, like over almost a year ago.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I want to say since I saw you guys last. You had maybe just started it.
Maybe? Yeah, maybe. But we just don't have a lot of time to watch anything these days. And so we've been slowly working our way through it. And we're finally in season 10 as of last week. And which is Scandival season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If for anybody
close.
who's familiar. So we're almost there, but we already know everything that happens, you know? So like we everything's already been spoiled just by being on the internet or like talking to people.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it does kind of make it still fun because now we're looking for clues that lead up to the event. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We're looking at people, like how they're interacting with each other and like
Yeah.
picking up on like little stuff. So it's still fun. But I think we're only like 2 or 3 episodes into season 10, and we are lamenting the early days of the show, just how because you know everybody is rich and I'm putting successful in quotes here, but successful.
Yeah. They have money.
They have money. Maybe that's
And
the
they're
better way to
known.
put it.
They're rich,
And-
period.
And it's like none of them work at the restaurant anymore because they don't have
Yeah.
to, and they're living in these like $1 million homes in the valley, and a lot of, especially season 9 was right after several of the original cast members had gotten fired before the season started, and it's also 2021, so they're coming off of COVID, and it was like season 9 was just a drag. Like
Season
there were
9 is
so many episodes where like they're just kind of hanging out, nothing's really happening.
Yeah.
But you got to get through it to get to season 10. Anyway, the early seasons of the show are just so, that's lightning in a bottle, man. Like
It is.
that's some of the best television you can have is
Yeah.
these in the people ranging from like early 20s to early 30s, but they're all equally terrible in their own ways. And it's
they're-
the most LA thing.
Yeah. They're all also somehow like there is someone who is like 22, I think might be the youngest of the main cast, and there's someone who is like 33, and then there are people all between. They are all at the exact same stage in all their
Yes.
careers and lives. No one from 22 to 33, there's no difference between those people. They're all
Yep.
in the same spot.
They're
And
all
it's really-
drinking the same amount of alcohol, doing the
Yep.
same
Oh my
amount of
gosh.
drugs, sleeping
Yeah.
with the same number of people,
Yeah.
like, and getting into fist fights at the bar. You know, like it's awesome.
If you need to be convinced to watch Vanderpump Rules, I can get you to do it. And just a small explanation of something that happens. I won't give any names because a little
I'm
bit.
so
of a
curious
spoiler.
about what this is.
There is this part in Vanderpump season 1. A guy and a girl date. They break up. He wants to get back together with her. She does not want to get back together with him. She and all her friends go to have a birthday party for her in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The ex-boyfriend, some of his friends are invited to the birthday party. So he rides with them all the way to Las Vegas,
Oh, no.
not invited to this party, shows up wearing a thick sweater cardigan, no shirt underneath. Awesome outfit, absolutely iconic. And causes
really
a
hard.
fist fight at
In
his
the parking
ex-girlfriend's
lot.
birthday party that he wasn't invited to, hundreds of miles away from where he lives.
Hey Olivia, ask us if the shirts come off in the parking
Dude,
lot.
Do the shirts come off?
The
in
shirts
parking lot?
absolutely come off in the
Of
parking
course
lot.
they do.
Instantly.
Of course they do.
At
It's like-
breakneck speed.
Yeah.
They couldn't
Tom's-
take them off fast enough.
No. Tom Sandoval is not involved in the argument,
Wow.
but he is. I think he's the first one to get his shirt off in the
Yes,
parking lot.
he is.
Sure.
He
Sure.
is.
That tracks. With everything I know about that man, that tracks.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
And
So
that,
it's awesome.
yeah.
I have some, I don't know what it is. It's not even like I think I'm better than reality television, because I'm not. And here's how I
No,
know
no.
I'm not. I think it's just hard to watch reality television when the best reality television I've ever watched was nearly 20 years ago at this point, and that was the VH1 reality dating show called Flavor of Love, starring Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
iconic. We watched that.
Absolutely.
I think it was this past holiday season. I think it was Christmas. My brother was in town. Things were not great amongst the family because everyone kept dying in my family, so spirits are low.
Yeah.
And I think it was my brother's suggestion for us to watch Flavor of Love. And let me tell you, some of the most iconic moments of that whole series happened so early in the show. I could not believe that, one, I watched that in middle school, but two, we watched that as a family. My mom, brother,
Yeah.
and I watched that every week.
Oh my
And we
gosh.
also watched Rock of Love starring Bret Michaels. And so that was another really great quality reality
That's so
show
funny.
that we watched.
Can
so
I just read the titles of the first 3 episodes of Flavor of Love, because
Please
they're
do.
all
Yeah, please do.
incredible in their own
yeah,
way.
please do.
I'll start with episode 3 and count down to 1 because that's, in my
Okay.
opinion, the best order here. Episode 3 of season 1 is called "A Friend of Flav's is a Friend of Mine." Awesome,
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
very good,
I mean,
very
and
good.
it's true.
True.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's true.
but that only takes bronze in this competition. Our silver goes to episode number 2, Rub-a-Dub Flav.
Yeah.
Also really good. Now, the gold, the top tier, the very first episode ever of this show, Flavor of Love, is called 15 Beds and a Bucket of Puke. And that really paints a picture.
That is awesome.
Hey, it hooks you in. You're like, what? What does that
You
mean?
gotta
Where does
know.
the bucket of
Yeah.
puke
You
come
gotta
from?
know.
What? Why was it named that? You have to watch it.
That's so
It
It
good.
reminds
I'm
me
imagining,
of... Go ahead.
I'm imagining hitting guide on the TV remote and just scrolling through
Yeah.
channels,
Yeah.
and then you stop on Flavor of Love. You just see 15 beds and a bucket of puke up
And
there
you're
in the
like-
right
Watch it.
corner.
Well, I gotta find out what's going on.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
I was trying to find something to watch anyway.
Yeah. I'm so glad I found this. It reminds me of, I mean, especially in reality TV, episode titles matter a lot because
Yeah.
it can really help you decide if you want to watch the next episode
Yeah.
or if you're going to stop your scrolling and click on it.
Yeah,
Which reminds me of another show that we haven't watched it in a couple of weeks, but we had a little bit of a run there. We were watching House Hunters, and
Nice.
there were just some great moments and great. One of the episodes was called "Anything for the Princess," and it was about a grown woman.
nice.
And you're like, well, I gotta know
Yeah.
what
Who
kind
is
of
the
princess she is. And so it's just like
What kind of
really,
princess.
it is a married couple who have either one kid or two, and they are living, and they do pretty well, and they're living like in an affluent neighborhood in Austin, Texas. But she wants even a bigger house. They're like, where she's like, we're
Mhm.
busting at the seams here, and all the B-roll is showing the house looking so normal and clean, and
Yeah,
I don't know what seams are bursting, but they are. And so she's like, I want a bigger house. I want a nicer house. And so they go house hunting, and she is extremely bougie, and he is not. And she is also a stay-at-home mom, and incredible job. The most hard work you'll do and never get paid for it. So he's making all the money, but she has a lot of opinions on how that money should be spent on a house.
Sure.
And their budget is like close to $1 million. It's like 900,000 or something is their budget. And she is pushing for houses that are a little bit over that budget purely because she was like, I need my walk-in closet. I sacrificed a lot to marry this man. She's telling the camera this. This is on TV. I sacrificed a
This is
lot to marry this
amazing.
man because I moved across the country to marry him, and I'm so far from my family. So the least he can do for me is give me that walk-in closet.
Hey, you know what?
You know.
She's right.
She knows what she
She is
wants.
right.
And the,
You
the
know what?
princess is
Yeah.
going to get what the princess wants to get.
yeah. Once
Uh,
you get a walk-in closet, you can never go back.
It's
you
game
know?
over. Yeah.
It's true.
Another really good episode was this couple. They have 3 boys. I think the ages were like 10, 13, and 16. And they were moving from Ohio to Hilton Head, North Carolina.
Ooh.
which is you're moving into a different tax bracket. The problem is their jobs aren't moving to a different tax bracket, but they're going to try to live in Hilton Head anyway. The episode, and like a lot of House Hunters episodes, for the uninitiated, a lot of it is a little bit scripted or staged because the episode will start after this couple has already bought or at least decided on which house they're actually going to buy. But then they have to like go through the whole rigmarole of we'll pretend to look at these other two houses because they show them 3 houses. We'll look at the other 2 houses and pretend that we're interested in whatever. And so they have to have these fake conversations. The producers are clearly like, okay, put this picnic blanket out by the lake and we're going to give you this bottle of wine. And you have to talk about what you like and don't like about each house. This Hilton Head episode was not that. It has never been more apparent that this couple is acting 0% because they hate each other. And
amazing.
The episode starts with them, the testimonial with them is sitting on a couch talking to the camera. And they are at a short-term rental. They're living at an Airbnb because they have already sold their house in Ohio. So they're staying at this Airbnb in Hilton Head as they are trying to find a house to live in. And they have like 2 more weeks before they need to get out of the Airbnb and into a new house that they have bought. And the tension, you can feel it through the TV screen. It is not good. And the couple are not aligned on what they value most in a home. The man wants the cheapest, smallest thing he can find. He's like, 2 of the boys can share a room. I shared a room with my brother. And we're fine. We loved it. And the wife is like, that sounds miserable. I don't want anybody share. They've never shared a room. None of these boys, they've never shared a room before.
Yeah.
And they're like teenagers now. We can't do that to them.
That would be tough. That would be tough.
So they go, and like every house they go in is like only for one or the other. You know what I mean? Like each house is like perfect for the man, but awful for the woman, or vice versa. And so they go in one of them, and it's like at a slightly beyond the price range that he had put out there, probably beyond the budget that he wanted. But it does have enough bedrooms for everybody, and it's like in a semi-okay neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And he has a problem with everything he sees in the house. Like he's, and she's like, look at this living room is like nice and big enough for everybody. And he's like, look at the kitchen. He's like, the crown molding in the kitchen, that's not even, like, we got to pay to fix, or update that or whatever. It's like, we just spend, you spend all this money in this house, but you're gonna make me spend more money on this. And she looks at him and goes, it'll be $200 in an hour of your time. I think you'll be fine. And that is a verbatim quote. And the realtor is just standing there. It's awesome. So then they go to another house. So they have that one, right? Oh, and in that same house, it's like at the top of the budget. And she's like, I really like this one. And then he has this awesome line where, again, the realtor's standing in there in between them. And he points out the window and goes, I hope you like everything that we have, and then points in the house, in here, because we're not going to be able to afford to do anything out there, and points out the window again. And you know what? Points to the husband. Yeah. Well delivered, okay?
Sure.
That's a good one.
And so then the last house they go to see is very cheap and also needs updating. Like all the LVT floors in there are like warped, need to be replaced. It's like an $8,000 thing. And it's a cheaper house, and there's not enough bedrooms. The wife is like, this is not good. This is not going to work for us. At one point, she's like, she wants to go check out the backyard. She opens the back door, and there's like a big creek, almost like a big creek is the best way to describe it. She opens it up, and as fate would have it, there is a live crocodile swimming in the creek right as she opens the back door.
Amazing.
And she's like, we can't... we can't live here. And then he's like, well, we'd have to build a fence, I think. So they go back inside, and the kitchen is very small. There's a big wall that blocks the kitchen and the living room. It's not open concept. Like it feels very cramped. And she's like, I don't like this. This is very, we're not going to enjoy this. And he he starts pushing up against the wall. He goes, I think I could take this wall out. And she goes, you wouldn't fix the crown molding in that last house, but you would come in here and take out an entire wall.
She's right.
And
so
she
She's
goes,
right to be
"How-"
annoyed by that.
And he was like, I could do it myself. We wouldn't need a contractor. She goes, how long is that going to take? He goes, I could do it about 3 months. And she goes, I am not living in a house for 3 months with the kitchen unoperable or inoperable.
3 months,
Dude,
Wow.
miserable
Are they
couple.
are they still married? Did you look it up?
Here's the thing. The kids pulled me away from the TV before I could find out how the
So
episode
you don't know how it
ended.
ended?
It's a cold case files for me
Oh.
at this point.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Alright.
but
That-
you know what? I
What a
kind of like I
cliffhanger.
kind of like the mystery of it. Therefore, I
Yeah.
get to think about it a
Sure.
lot and make
Yeah.
up what I
Yeah.
think happened. You know,
Right.
What do you think happened?
I think the crocodile moved in. That's
Yeah.
my theory.
I think so too.
That's my working theory.
The crocodile ate the husband's arm.
Yeah. And he deserved it. There's only
Yeah.
one more. We watched a few more episodes. I won't give you the whole, but this one completely different tax bracket. They're shopping for multi-million-dollar villas in Mexico,
Nice.
and it's
Me
like,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Same.
talking. I say villas, and I mean villas. These are not houses. What one of the houses they showed them was like, there's not a kitchen, and it's like, what? Why was there not a kitchen in this $3 million home? And then the realtor's like, they had a private chef for everything, and they would just bring all the food. It's like, oh, okay, so it's built for that kind of thing, you know. So one
Oh,
of them, they all have
that's
pools,
a-
obviously.
That's a rich.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm talking different tax brackets.
Yeah.
So,
one I'll never
one of-
see.
Right. All of the houses have pools, so that's like a like that's a
Sure.
given.
Obviously.
One of them, the pool is like the realtor's like, well, there's they're like, we want a wine cellar in whatever our home is, and they're like, she's like,
Yeah.
well, this one doesn't have a wine cellar, but it does have a special room underneath the pool. Do you want to go see it? And they're like, well, sure, obviously. They go down, and it is, sure enough, it is like under the pool, and you know it's under the pool because there's a window down there that looks into the pool. So you can, but not only that, but there is a statue there's a Buddha statue in that little insert of the pool. So you go into this room that looks like, I can only describe it as a sex dungeon. I'm so sorry, but it is just red curtains and like rugs,
No. Yeah.
and it's a little bit dark, and you
Yeah.
can look into
Yeah.
the Buddha statue in the pool through the window. And they go down in there, and the couple's like, what's that? Like, pointing at the Buddha statue. And the poor realtor, she goes, that is where you can, because she's in Mexico, so she has an accent. I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to do the accent. It's going to be
Good call.
problematic. So she
Good
goes, if she was Chinese, I would do it. And she goes, that's where, just kidding. I'm sorry. That's a crazy one for me to drop. Sorry.
That was a crazy one for you to say.
I would not do
Anyway,
a Chinese accent.
You could have said Italian. You could have said French. But
Just
you went Chinese.
the first one that came to mind. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
anyway,
she looks. They're like, "What's this?" And she goes, "That's where you can your guests can swim down and take pictures with the Buddha statue." Which is a very unexpected response to the question,
Yeah.
"What is that?"
Yeah.
It's a very specific
Uh-huh.
thing to do with the Buddha
very
statue.
s- yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was a really cool show, and there's you can see a lot of the different classes and different just types of people,
Yeah.
you know, and it you get the whole range. You got some people
Yeah.
who are shopping for a trailer, and you got some people who are shopping for villas in
Yeah.
Mexico.
There, I would like to talk about something I've seen that's a little different lately, and it is the grain structure on these stills
Great
from
segue.
Werewolf.
What a
We
great
have
segue.
been discussing this because we're big fans of Robert Eggers on this podcast. We like what he's doing, and I think with his new movie that's coming out soon, Werewolf. To me, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, this is solidifying like his style. Like we've had a certain run of Eggers movies that now we're like we have a consistent view of what his style is. It's very clear, and it's very unique to him, and it's cool. They did cool things with like hand making unique filters, like lens filters for Nosferatu, and it was really cool. And now I gotta tell you, I think we're getting into pretentious territory with some of the stuff they're doing with Werewolf.
Well, okay. let me. The reason this has been like a bit, and that has been going on between me and Walter, and we haven't really told Isaac and Olivia about it. But I keep texting like
I know,
you guys
we
know
keep-
about the bit where I sent Walter a thing because before the stills for the movie came out, there's an interview with Robert Eggers where he started talking about the grain structure of this movie. And so I sent it to Walter and was like, what the F is grain structure? Like, what are we talking about? And so we have this whole conversation about how dumb that sounds.
But what
Well,
was
then
the
the
actual... Hold on, but what did he
Okay,
say?
yeah, yeah.
What was it about the grain structure?
So they said that they took the grain from black and white film and put it on the film that they because the movie's shot in 35
Color
millimeter, I
film.
think, and put that grain structure on color film. So we're both like, oh, that's BS. Like, that just sounds so
I
pretentious.
was like, that's so stupid.
Then the stills come out, and I text Walter. I said, well, I don't know. Maybe like they're kind of doing something. Then the trailer comes out.
He might be cooking.
Then the trailer comes out, and I texted him and I said, okay, like, I know it sounds crazy, but they might be cooking. Like, I kind of get what they're talking about.
You know
So
what?
funny.
I think Bobby might have actually taken the grain structure from black and white film and put it on
Put it on
color
color.
film.
So that's like been a bit between us, and then I just kept texting about it.
You
and
did. You
I
did.
know.
And I was like, man, I'm an idiot or just like not unaware of like this is because you two kept saying it. Isaac
Yeah.
didn't say anything
Yes.
about it. And so I was like, this is probably just some technical thing I just don't know anything
Yeah.
about because of course Walter and Walker would know more of the technical stuff than I would. So I was just
Yeah.
like, all right.
I
No,
don't. Go ahead.
It was literally just a dumb, like, we had talked shit about it, and then when I think I remember the stills came out, and then I immediately sent them the group and said the grain structure on this looks awesome.
And then the trailer came out. We're like, yo, the grain structure goes crazy.
You guys have
Yeah.
said grain structure a lot. I don't think I really paid attention to it until now that we're like pointing it out, but we have
Yeah.
talked about it a lot
have.
actually.
I'm
so stupid.
I'm a truther though. I believe. I think they did.
Yeah,
it, and
no,
I think
I mean,
it looks
like-
sick. There's a shot of the moon in the trailer, and I'm like, yeah, this is something weird. Like something.
They know what they're
something with the
doing.
grain is crazy.
Well,
it's
like,
funny that you guys thought he was being pretentious by that, as if he this has been his whole thing
I
this whole
know.
time. He has said on multiple occasions he will never make a movie that has a car in it or like anything modern. Like he's only going like this is his style.
well, listen,
this
and
is
that,
his
and
thing.
listen, that's one thing on its own, and we've known this about him, and
Yeah.
that's definitely part of his style. But it's I'm sorry, but when I will never forget how I first felt when I read taking the grain structure from black and white film and putting it. That's not just like making a period piece. That's kind of
Yeah.
being
Sure.
an asshole a little bit.
Well,
But again, it's only being an
Why?
asshole if you don't back it up.
right.
And the trailer came
And
out and you backed it up. Like,
backed it
Were
up.
you
It
guys
looks sick.
doubting? I'm just
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
I
here's
wasn't
the deal.
doubting. I wasn't doubting. I was just like,
It sounds
this
like you
is
were.
he's.
It
I
sounds
think
like you were.
to me, it seemed like he was trying way
It
too
sounds
hard
like you were.
yeah.
to do something different. You know, to
Right.
be like, which is like, I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
like
Mm.
he's taking like stuff like Nosferatu or Werewolf, whatever. These are not original stories. He's trying to put new
Right.
spins on these things. When you do that, you want to do different things to make them stand out. I get it. But it was like,
Uh-huh.
when I first read it, I was like, okay, man. Like,
And I think it's like because we've seen him do like black and white, like with light, like black and white 4x3, like shoot interesting that way. We've seen like Northman, which is like super cinematic, like super incredible camera movements, some stuff that you're like, how did they even do this? Some really cool imagery. And then you see Nosferatu where it's like it was all about they used these special filters and they shot with like actual candlelight and they're like bouncing it off mirrors. around
yeah,
and,
dude.
yeah, like
Awesome.
crazy stuff. And so it's like it kind of felt like one of those things where it's like when you just read the interview, you're like, oh, they're trying to figure out how to keep topping themselves.
Yes.
And
Trying to
this
do bigger and
sounds like
better.
BS. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
this sounds dumb, but then they did it and it looks awesome. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now I want to know how to take the grade structure off black and white film and put it on color.
Because that's the thing, like, I remember after we saw Nosferatu, and I did the thing I always do, which I think Walker does too, we're like watching a bunch of YouTube videos from interviews with the filmmakers and just like how actors, like how they did things, like a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
And so listening to them talk about how, like, what kind of filters he wanted, like, was envisioning for Nosferatu, and then how it came to be, and it like worked out really well. And it really did give Nosferatu a very specific look.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like they know what they're doing, like, you know. And I love how into this very niche thing they got, you know, like this was very cool. And so I would love to get some more insight on what they actually means by how do you take grain structure
Sure,
from black
that's what
and
I'm
white
wondering.
and put it on. Doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't.
Right.
It just sounds like maybe a plugin they got in Da Vinci or something.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think once the movie comes out, obviously they'll talk more about it because they were very open about the BTS of Nosferatu. So I don't know why they wouldn't be the same way with this one. But yeah, I'll be interested to see because Eggers is such like you were talking about, Olivia. He's so like meticulous and he has like a filmmaking style that he is dedicated to, which I think is like which like it feels like Christopher Nolan is like running into people who are like, I don't know if you guys have seen this, like people are mad that they're speaking like regular like modern English in Odyssey, which like feels dumb to me because I'm like,
okay, the word that people are super upset about is the word dad, which apparently is actually like hundreds and thousands of years old. Like, dad is not like something that came out in the 70s or something like that. And also, when did we decide that a British accent is like old-timey? If we're going to be real particular about it, they wouldn't be speaking English. They'd be speaking Greek.
At all.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, and like, I bring it from Eggers because I think I like The Witch, but that movie's so hard to understand because the writing in that style of like this old English is just like, it's unnecessarily confusing. And it like Eggers, I know that's like his style and like it's really cool that he got super into that and wrote it that way. But it also is like, it does hurt the story of the movie sometimes because you're like, I wish these people just talked normally. Like, I cannot understand them sometimes.
And I think that's like the whole point of the Odyssey is like, how many times has the Odyssey been made into a movie or a show or like this has been retold many, many times. And so like you have this like one of the greater directors of our time, Christopher Nolan, who has a shot at doing it in his own way. Yeah, I want it to be different. I don't want it to be like the other stuff we've already seen. Like, do your own thing, do something different. Like, we all know this is not an original IP. It's not like you're trying to take credit for creating a new story here, but like put a different spin on it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
look at Nyong'o, great.
Put
Put Travis Scott in there, like get Elliot Page in there, get let me tell you something in there. You know, like I want
John Berthon.
yeah, I want all of that.
I want the whole casting thing about the Odyssey has been so annoying to me because it feels like these people have never watched a Christopher Nolan movie ever. Like they're like, why did he cast this person? It's like, dude, have you ever watched any of his movies? He cast Harry Styles in like a World War II like thriller. Like this dude casts stars. Like that's what he does. And
he reuses. I mean, not to the same extent like Wes Anderson does, but he likes to bring back people that he's worked with before, right?
Well, Robert Eggers does that too.
Yeah, yes, yeah. And so I think there is something really cool about directors who bring back actors and actors who want to work with those directors again, right?
Yeah.
Like
that's why Kyle MacLachlan's in almost every David Lynch movie. Like
right, exactly. And so yeah, I just who cares? Like it's also this the Odyssey is so old. It's older than the Bible. Like
Yeah.
everyone relax. It doesn't matter. It's not real. It's not real.
I think
so it's
I think the
okay if
statute
there's
of
some black
limitations
people in
has passed on new stuff like that we can do to it. You know, like
it. Right.
And
do whatever you want.
The same people who are arguing and mad and like being like, why are there no Greek people in it, are like the same people who were like mad a few years ago when like the Little Mermaid was black. And it's like, I don't know what you guys want anyone to do.
Right.
Like
Mermaids
there's a
aren't
movie-
real.
Mermaids aren't real. The Odyssey is not real. Like, this is not Greek history. Like, this is a fake story that a dude made up.
It's the same thing with, I mean, we can draw comparisons all day to all different kinds of media this has been done to and the responses to it. But one that sticks out to me is Rings of Power, which there's a lot of very valid criticisms that we can levy against that show for writing and just overall execution. But there's a lot of be like, you can't have black people in there. Like, this is supposed to be like medieval England. And I'm like, it's supposed to be Middle Earth, which is a fake place.
Doesn't exist.
It's
Hobbits
all
also aren't
fake.
real.
None of this is real. So they can look like whatever we want them to look. Tolkien is dead. You know? Do whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's been so weird. And like I don't know if you guys saw this. I actually had someone talk to me about this probably about a month ago whenever one of the newer trailers for the Odyssey came out. And there was like literally a second, like 1 second of a shot of Elliot Page covered in mud, and people like somehow made that mean that Elliot Page was playing Achilles.
Yeah.
And we're
I've
like
seen that.
losing their freaking minds.
Who is
And-
he playing?
Not Achilles.
It hasn't been announced yet.
I think
Really?
the newest trailer though, like, might have confirmed it. Like, I think on IMDb now it might even be listed his role
As who?
like Simeon or something like that. I don't know.
Well,
But-
are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm on. Let's see. No, I was on just Google. Let me pull up IMDb. Dude, I keep forgetting how massively stacked this cast
It's
Update.
is.
I
insane.
looked it up. It's not.
It is
Elliot Page.
sign on.
Yeah,
sign
sign
on.
on.
Sign on. Yes. So, okay. But like a month ago, all these culture warrior conservative weirdos are like freaking out talking about Elliot Page playing Achilles because of a 1 second shot in the trailer where he's covered in mud, which like doesn't really make sense because they're tying that to the story of him being dipped in the river Styx. But I was like, is he cut? Like, I thought his mom just like dunked him by his ankle in the river. Like, why would he be? I don't know. Whatever. But it's so annoying that like the movie's not even out. The movie's not out. And, like, we're having all these conversations about casting. Like, who cares if Elliot Page is Achilles? You haven't seen the movie. Maybe it's awesome. Like, sometimes people get cast in a role and it doesn't make sense. And you see the movie and you're like, I get it. Like,
Great
that
casting.
works great. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Which is why we're not casting directors, and there are people who get paid lots of money
Yes.
to be casting directors.
Yes. People who get
So-
paid more
Yeah.
than you, person on Threads, criticizing every single cast member that you don't like for because of the
Also,
way they identify, whatever.
people who
it's
are
like-
acting as if Lupita Nyong'o is not one of the most
They have
gorgeous
to-
human beings that's ever
Like,
existed.
come on,
Get
dude.
out. Stop.
You're just
Stop it.
racist at that point.
You're just
No,
racist.
that's the
You're-
only. That's the only
If
explanation.
you're upset that Lupita Nyong'o and Zendaya are in this movie, you're just racist. Because I can't think they're both phenomenal actresses. I mean, Lupita has a freaking Oscar for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Zendaya was one of the youngest actresses to win an Emmy. So like, everyone relax.
Yeah. Can I
Yeah.
also say, again, a person who's fake. She is not real. She is not a
Not
historical
real.
figure.
Not a real person.
I don't know. I don't know what her race is. She's not real. She
None
is lines on a piece of paper.
None of the characters in the Odyssey are real people. Achilles is not a real person.
Yeah, like what
No.
are we talking about? I've seen people talk about historical accuracy. There's cyclopses in the story, guys. There are freaking mermaids that sing you to your, and so you fall to your death. You crash into rocks. There are minotaurs. There's a big maze built by like a minotaur. What are we talking about?
Sound like Jerry Seinfeld.
Because I feel like him.
What's the
I
deal
feel like him. I'm
with the
literally-
cultural warriors?
And it's like, it's crazy there. I'm learning about the Large Hadron Collider turning off, making me sleep
Yeah, I was
better.
wondering when this is going to come
and then,
up.
And then the next, that's one. I see 3 posts in a row about that. And then I see 5 posts in a row about the casting for Odyssey. And the movie's not even out yet. I'm going crazy over here. But the Large Hadron Collider turned off, so everything will just keep getting better as we get
Yeah,
further away from it.
we're experiencing the fine tuning of the universe in real time.
Yeah,
It's
it's
And
awesome.
thank goodness.
The Earth's heartbeat's getting
yeah.
back on track.
Been
the
waiting
original
on it.
timeline, the natural timeline's coming back into focus. I think the cornucopia might come back to the Fruit of the Loom logo. I'm really fingers crossed for that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll see. So
I think we'll see it. The last thing I want to hit on really quick is I just saw that early reviews of the live action Moana have come out, and surprise, they're bad.
Dude.
Oh, the pre-sale's been horrible too. I saw.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
it's not great.
So bad.
And not
So
great.
bad.
Um,
I don't give a lot of like thought to Rotten Tomatoes for lots of reasons, but it's
Yeah.
got like I think like a 33 or 35 or something
That's
like
what
that.
I just
Rotten
saw.
Tomatoes.
It's rough.
Real bad.
And here's I have a 3-year-old daughter. She loves Moana. Like
sure. Yeah.
it's one of it's one in a rotation. I'm a fan too. I think it's a really good movie in especially any movie that like features really like good stories that feature really strong, powerful women, like
Yeah.
great role models. Like I want my daughters to have all those kinds of role models. I showed her Mulan for the first time last week, which was
Amazing.
one of my favorites as a kid.
So
And I
good.
was like, those kind of movies hit different as a girl dad because I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can defeat the Huns if you want to. You can save your tribe
Yeah.
from the evil volcano or whatever. Because I can't really remember the central conflict
Yeah.
of Moana at this moment.
It's really internal.
You can lead your people, like whatever you want to. So I love that, and so which is why it's like so frustrating when it's like, why did you make a live action? The animated movie was not just fine; it was like amazing,
Great.
really good.
was amazing.
Like what are we trying to improve upon here? Is it just because The Rock wanted to physically play Maui? Was
I
this
think so.
just an ego thing that we're doing here? Go do Black Adam
Which-
2 at that point. I don't care.
which- They could have done like a Maui origin story, and it would maybe not be very good, but it would at least be something different.
Yeah.
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 So
It's-
live action remakes infuriate me at this point. I just they're not necessary. I think it's insulting to the medium of animation.
Yeah.
And almost always they are never adding to the story. I
Right.
think Aladdin
the
does a decent
thing.
job of like adding to the story and gives Jasmine more, which Jasmine in Aladdin is great, by the way, in the original animated film. But I think they give her more depth in the live action
Yeah.
remake. It's not necessary though.
No.
And guys, that's why the live action Hobbit movies suck. Because the animated
the
TV
animated
movie
Hobbit,
from 1977 is obviously way better.
Fire. There was a I think it's one of the old Lord of the Rings animated ones, but I saw a clip where on the internet the other day where they use this old animation technology called rotoscoping, which I know Walker knows what that is, but it's where basically you have
I've rotoed a few scopes in my day.
okay, yeah. You have but this type of rotoscoping for animation is like you have real people acting out
Yeah.
the characters what they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put animation on top of that, and you have to track it
Yes.
with
yeah,
the people,
yeah.
right? Well,
Uh-huh.
there's one clip from one of the old Lord of the Rings movies where they're running, and Aragorn, the actor playing Aragorn, in real life trips on his sword. It's like is it his belt and falls like and hits the ground. They left that in the movie. It's awesome. Like it's
Amazing.
still in there.
Amazing.
Like hits the ground.
That's
They
awesome.
keep
That's
going.
awesome. That's so
That's
good.
really funny.
Yeah. Super cool. Well, we've been going over an hour and it's late, and I've been
Yeah.
sitting outside
Yeah.
on the patio, and it's nice to hear the bugs and just nature. It's nice to be out here,
Yeah.
but I'm
Nature.
starting to sweat even just sitting still. So,
Sure.
and I got to go inside and do dishes. Is there anything else we wanted to talk about before I do that?
No.
'Cause I
Let's
think-
land
No.
this plane.
I'm seeing
Yeah.
the invite tomorrow.
So you did
very
decide.
excited
I know
for that.
you said
Yep.
earlier you were between that one and then you Evil Dead.
Yep, actually, Savannah had been started seeing some reviews of the invite and decided she want to see it too. So we're gonna go tomorrow night and see that. I'm excited.
Nice.
Friend of the pod, Luke Irving, told me that that is his favorite movie of the year so far. So
Oh,
Okay.
great. Well, he
All
does have
right.
good taste, so I trust his judgment on that. You'll have to let us know how it is.
yep, excited to see that, and excited to tell you guys about it.
Might go see
afterwards.
it tomorrow.
You
We'll
should. We could
We'll
do an
see.
episode about it. We got to do one
We
about
could.
something.
Well, because we gotta do an episode. Because the Odyssey comes out after we're
Yeah.
supposed to release an episode. So
Yes.
maybe we should watch the invite because Isaac's going on his second vacation. So
he's
he
too
won't be
busy on
here.
his second vacation, second beach trip
So-
or whatever.
yeah, let's do an episode over the invite. That's our
Let's
next
do it.
episode.
That's our
There you
next
go.
episode.
We figured
Great.
it out.
We did it. We did it,
Uh,
Joe.
That's the second one. Who is going to take us out? Because I don't know what we say on the way out right now.
I think it's
what's
the same
our-
thing as always.
Well,
Thanks for
it's
listening.
been 3
if you
months.
made it this far. No, you're right. You're right. I haven't been on an episode in a long time besides the last
fair.
one. That was so. Thanks for listening. If you've made it this far, we appreciate it. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. This episode is edited and produced by Walter Lyle. Hey, thanks for being back, Walt.
Let's give it up for Walter.
Let's give it up for
Hold
Walter.
on. There we go. We got it. Is it playing? Oh gosh, that took too long. I clicked it.
Rusty.
There's such a delay on that.
You're
Okay.
so rusty.
There was a delay.
Just finish it.
The music, our theme music is by Corden Jocks. Please go listen to his stuff wherever you listen to music. And then our artwork is by, what is his name? Sean
Sean Cohen.
Sean Cohen. I had that name and then I was like, that's wrong. But no, Sean Cohen, thank you so much for your artwork. And that's it, guys. Let's Autobots roll out.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, we're not
Should have
rolling
had that
out.
ready to go.
It's okay.